So it's always an exciting day when you got new life happening at the farm. These guys were just born on Memorial Day. Had 2 of them on the same day. We got about 10 more that are going to go. But we'd like to get the bulls separated from the cows before they start calving. And we keep the bulls for the meat, butcher them up for the meat, and we don't neuter them. We've kind of made the decision not to neuter our bulls, just to let the bulls put on a little more weight. They seem to do better when they still have their balls attached. But they don't do well with the cows when the cows start calving. So we've got to get them separated today, but I got to go fix fence. So I'm going to let you follow along. We're going to go up on the mountain and fix a little fence and take the square body Cummins up the mountain. And then we'll come back, load them up in the trailer and take them up there. So we got our fixed fencing tools, and we got to climb down and do a little fence mending. So see you down there. Well, it took out the tree that the fence was nailed and stapled to, so I think I'll just cut up the top of it off and then we'll try and stand it up. I didn't bring a fence post with me to drive in the ground. So. See what happens when I stand this up. Yeah, we got our work cut out for. We're going to go towards the fence. So I have to admit, one of the scariest times in our lives was when the forest fire came through here. It looked like Armageddon. I mean, the fire was moving so quick and so fast that nobody really had a chance to really do anything. It burned like 400 homes in a matter of days. And this piece of property that we have here wasn't immune to getting burned up. And as pretty as it is and great as a view as it has, that's what it looks like on most of it. Let me take you back here and show you. The fire started about 20 miles away, and within a couple days it had come all the way down the mountain. The winds drove it fast and furious, and it just destroyed everything in its path. And it came down to our house at about 4 o'clock in the morning. It finally got there, and we had already packed up most of our stuff because we knew it was coming. And as we drove out from down in the valley, and that's where we live, just down at the bottom of the mountain, as we drove out, the flames looked like we were at the gates of hell. They were so high and so tall and so ferocious. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. I probably never will see anything quite like that. But it changed the course of nature up here. The mountain is definitely thriving from the burn, but so far I haven't been able to find a single pine cone that took root. I love it down in here. We got mountain lions and bear. I came across a bear up here one year. I turned this corner right here, and right as I went around the corner, big old bear standing there looking at me, and it was as scared as I was of it, and we both took off running. It went one way and I went the other way. Oh, there's some deer right over there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though the trees are ugly and they're falling down in droves every year from the wind, I still love coming up here. Down here in the bottom there's a spring that comes up and provides water for all the bear, mountain lion, coyotes, and for my yaks. The yaks love it in here. The yaks love to climb a mountain just about as much as those deer do. So what's ironic is that the year before the fire, we had a flood. And the flood took out the road, took out everything in sight, nearly took out our house down at the bottom. Because this little creek right here goes right down to our house. And all this water from this little valley right here came rushing down and then combined with another creek, actually two more creeks down at the bottom. They combined and came down to our house. And I really thought it was going to wash our house away. But we survived. The mountain survived. The deer survived. Life goes on. Kind of way things go. Life is full of disasters, full of floods, full of fires, full of disease and virus, full of birth and death and life. Things continue to go on. We adapt. The nice thing is to know that when this life is over, it ain't over. I think it'd be sad to live with the thought that once you're dead, you're just dead. Just put me in the ground and let the rascals that eat off of human flesh just eat me up. But it's nice to know that at least some part of us gets out of the grave and lives again. And that's kind of the same way with this forest. Even though it looks like it's completely gone, and if you'd have come up here a few years ago, it was black and ugly, ugly as sin. But now it's green. We got flowers of every type. Got choke cherries blooming. We got the wildlife that's thriving. But it was black as sin for a while. And then the good Lord knows how to make it come to life again and be new. So now that we got the fence all fixed, Colby actually rode the motorcycle all the way up and down the mountain. We got this little Honda 100 that's nice and light, and you can just go right up the mountain with it and check the fence. So we're gonna go back down the mountain and load up the yaks into the trailer. It's interesting to watch the yak and the deer interact together, like they become buddies. And the deer will just kind of hang in with the yak, because the yak are definitely stay alert throughout the night for all the predators, for mountain lion, and they'll sleep out in the field pretty close together, spread out a little bit. And man, they are ferocious. They will chase off anything. They're not afraid of a mountain lion, a bear, a human. If they think you're coming after them, they'll come after you. But we're gonna go down and load them up, get them in the trailer. I'll see you down there at the house. All right, we just had the arduous task of separating out all the mamas. There's all our heifers and mamas, yearlings, all the females. This should be fun, trying to get them in the trailer. You get to tag along with us here. Hang on.
Get. Come on, yeah. Come on. Oh.
them in there again. Well, we had a whole bunch going up in there, so we could just do that. Alright, well, how about over here? You unhook it right there. Come on, Yak.
That wasn't too bad. Now we're gonna give them a little fly spray. That way keep the flies off of them in the hot sun. Alright, we got them loaded and got fly spray on them. We're taking Brownie, good old Brownie with 300,000 miles on her. She's gonna take us over there.
Good?
Yeah. Well, off they go. They've got a creek and green grass and about 100 acres of nice lush grass to eat on for a while. So, thanks for joining me. Life and times of Yakity Yak Ranch. See you next time. Well, what was supposed to be about a 3-hour job turned into an all-day job.